Hey, welcome everyone. Tom here from Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, wanting to thank all my new subscribers and all of you that have been following me just this recent past five months or so that I've been posting every day to keep you updated on the Forex market. I just want to say thank you very much for that, putting your trust in me, watching some of my videos, maybe perhaps taking some trades off of the levels and making some money. We've been really well received, and I've been receiving lots of emails, and I encourage anyone who wants to speak with me directly, just email me support@parkavenuetrading.com, support@parkavenuetrading.com. And I'll be willing to even throw out my phone number to you if you want to talk, chat one-on-one. No problem with that. My whole idea here is to really try to dispel a lot of what I think is just nonsensical noise out there. You know, I'm a 60-year-old guy. Well, not quite yet 60. But I've been doing this for over 30 years. Unfortunately, I'm getting really old. But I don't see any other business opportunity out there for anybody that could basically start off with, a decent amount of capital and with good technique and good money management and understanding that you can't win every day and you got to basically throw the towel in when you have no idea what's going on. There's no other business that actually can make this kind of money. I've looked at many business models, a lot of them, my secondary passion is cooking. I love to cook. I'm not a schooled chef. Actually, I took a couple of courses in New York City at the CIA, Culinary Institute of America, when I worked on Wall Street, just to hone my French style skills, to learn a little bit about what c'est quoi is, in the background, the flavor that's kind of hidden in the background. That was a long time ago. I don't, my dishes are not pretty, but they taste good. That's for sure. So, but I looked at it, I said, what am I going to do the second part of my life? I'm okay as far as, money is concerned, but, maybe, I'll do like a food truck or something, that would be fun, because I really love interacting with people. It's something that I really enjoy doing. I enjoy the restaurant experience, not so much even for the food, but the ambiance of the restaurant and dealing, meeting with people that are at the restaurant, the bartenders, the waiters, the waitresses, the people around you that are just enjoying themselves. I just love that, that's just, I enjoy being with people. Now, in Forex trading itself, I'm really not with anybody other than myself, my dog, and this really ugly mug that my girl got me for coffee. But the whole idea of what I'm trying to do here is actually mentor people that want to get into this, that want to take, kind of like they don't want to go the hard way. I mean, it is important to really learn by getting your ass handed to you a few times. But if I could prevent that, and I could give you some insights, well, and then you interact with me, then it's a win-win for everything, because win-win for everybody, because, I'm not just sitting here, talking to myself all day, which I don't mind doing. I've been doing that all my life. So, and by the way, this is my best Tim Pool impersonation. It's a little chilly down here in Florida, but it's not really that cold. I just figured I'd wear it for the winter season, the Christmas season. So without further ado, it is 10 o'clock in the morning on December 23rd, 2024. And really just going to go briefly over what I think is going on in the markets. And I did the weekly analysis. If you haven't seen that, please go back and check that out. But as it stands right now, dollar yen basically is starting to slowly grind up. it's got to get above 158 to actually break out of that huge bear leg. And it's not just going to go straight up. And there'll be some back and forth. Every time I say that, I say, well, then it really could, go just rock it up. It could do that, but 80% of the time it doesn't. It trades within a good range, where as if the market structure is bullish, you could definitely wait for a pullback. Now, I was waiting for a pullback last night to 156 around the figure. It never happened. So the train didn't come into that station, and it's moved on. So right now, as we stand in dollar yen, we got 156. It's like 70 level is the level of support for it. It's got resistance at 157.74 on the day. I don't really see much happening today because, traders are going to be leaving early for the holiday, and it's going to become very thin. So it's a type of market that I would, if I wasn't already long, I would really be hesitant to get long right now. We haven't been up at this level since like November 15th or something like that. So it's been about a month or so where we were around, I think we made the high of 156.80, and then the market came off and went down to 153 25ish or something, and then slowly recovered from that, and then we broke down again, and then now we're attempting to get through. So the 156.74 is basically the level I gave you. That's a previous high that should act as support. So that's a little inside baseball for you there. So let's go over to sterling dollar. Sterling dollar really has been in a bearish tone. It still is. It made the rally up to like 126.15. It needs to get over 128.10 to show any type of strength. Really, right now, it's just consolidating and slowly moving down towards, the 124.50 level, and then opening its way up to lower levels. I have that 120 target in my mind's eye. Now, that's an important point. We're 500 points away from that right now, but I think that we're slowly grinding to that, and coming up into the new year, we will be seeing lower levels in sterling, and the same thing with the euro. I think that there's going to be lower levels in the euro dollar. So let's look at the euro dollar. So okay, so today, really right now, it's 124. Say 85 is the important point on the day. 124. All right, I'll even go down as low as 124.89 is the important point. If that breaks today, most likely it's trading lower. It's grinding lower to like 124.20ish, something like that. It needs to get above 125. Actually, this 125.40 level is an important point. It needs to get above 125.40, but there really isn't that much muzzle velocity to take it back up. Maybe it takes it back up to, if this is a 1 hour chart, if I go up to this area right here, right here in this area right there, I would look at this high bar's close right there and say that that's probably a good level of resistance. So I gave you a good point the other day, actually on Friday. I said, if it broke 40, it was going up to 126.13. It just touched it. Perfect. I had people tell me they went long, they put a really tight stop on it, and within a couple hours they hit target, and they were really happy about it. And I'm glad to hear it. I'm really glad to be of help. All right, so let's go to euro dollar. Euro dollar is euro dollar is another. I gotta take this hat off, it's getting kind of warm, but euro dollar is basically grinding lower. It's got to hold above 103, say 50, really, to show that it's going to hold the range. If it's not, it's breaking down lower. So let's put a line there, 103.50. Close enough. That's the level it's got to hold. If it doesn't, it's going down to this 103.26 level, and then there's a level below this at 102.65-ish, and I'll just throw it in there, 102.62, close enough. So that now, in order for it to show any type of strength, it really needs to get over this 104.50, and then we can go back up to like 105, maybe 105.34. I wouldn't think that. Actually, I would say I would do the same thing that I normally do. I go back and I find like this area right here where there was consolidation, and I would look for the highest, the close. And now this is a 1 hour chart because I trade daily, so I trade 1 hours primarily. I do drive down into lower time frames, like 30 minutes, and to get a better idea of where I could try to pick a point to either get short or long at. And it helps, it's not always perfect, but I would think that this right here would be the target. It would be if it could get over that 104.50. It just seems like it's just listless and drifting lower. So let's get over to good old sterling yen. And sterling yen, this is the main level of support right now. If it breaks this, it's going back down again, to this maybe low bars close, 195.91. It's not much of a move down, but it's opening its way back up to 194.13 in the longer term. So it needs to get through. If it does break down, it needs to get through this consolidation here, and this low point right there would open its way back up to down in here, this low bars close. So what about upward? Well, it's above 40 right now, so it's saying that it's drifting to like 197, and like I would go in here, perhaps this down bars close right there. What is that actually? Let's see what that is. 197.62, perhaps. Now it all depends. If dollar yen continues to rally and sterling dollar stays pinned, then we have a chance sterling yen to move up. Not because the sterling is getting strong, it's because the yen is getting weak. So the correlation between the currencies is really important to start to understand. And perhaps I should I don't think anybody any of the gurus on the internet never really showed how to calculate crosses. And I think if you guys think that would be a good lesson to understand, like how to actually make the price of the cross, why you should, like I used to teach my junior traders that immediately, and I'll tell you a real fast story. When I left Deutsche Bank as a junior trader, and I went to CRT Bank to work with Aldo, I understood the crosses. I mean, they were on the screen. I understood if you did certain things with the crosses, you were short or long the cross. I understood that. But Aldo was famous for legging into crosses, and that confused the hell out of me. So he would do something in sterling and then do something in yen. And then he'd say, "What's my position, you effing moron?" And I go, "Well, you're, short sterling, and you're short dollar yen." No, he'd scream at me. And he'd like, "Figure it out." And, so when I was baffled, really. I was a young guy. I was 24. I was like, mathematics was never really my thing. So I remember him calculating, and he was running his calculator and like doing all this stuff. And I remember he went to lunch, and I pulled that calculator ribbon out of his garbage. I had to dig through cigarette ash, chewing gum, just to get to that calculator ribbon to figure out what is he talking about. And I figured it out. I was like, oh my goodness, okay, that's what he's doing. So now next time he asks me, I'll be able to calculate his position correctly. So you had to learn how to use the components of the cross in order to learn what he was doing. He would cross himself up if he was in what he considered to be a position that was not going according to his plan at the time. But he would always be willing to reopen up the position once the position started to go in his favor. So it's a natural hedge. You're taking the dollar out of the equation and you're just pitting one currency against another currency. So it's an important lesson. If you really want to learn it, I'd be happy to show it. I would hate to show it because then all the gurus be showing it, and people that have a lot more followers than me, they'll think they're geniuses, and it'll give validity to their ABC green light, red light system, But let me know if you want to know it, and I'd be happy to do it for you. Perhaps I'll even do it on a private webinar. That would be cool, I think. I think it'd be really cool. So right now, sterling yen is basically showing it's a little bit of strength right here. It could potentially travel up to this level up in here. I would actually say down in here. Where are we? We could actually go up to like 197, 198, the figure. It's a possibility. Because as dollar yen continues to rally, sterling seems to be pinned. We seem to be moving. Euro yen. Euro yen is the same kind of thing. It's all based off of dollar yen. Right now, it's got to hold 162.90 right there. If it could hold above 162.90, it's trading on the day up towards 164, the figure, or I can go to this high bars close right here, 163.80, but I think more 164, the figure, 90, 95, something like that. Now, if it breaks down through this level, it's opening its way back up to, I would have to go down to this low here, 162.34. Really, if we're going to be not so irrationally exuberant, I would look into this area right here, right around there, and let's see what that is. It's not really much, 162.70. Low bars close here, 162.67. If that breaks, then we're going down to this 161. I would have to go up here. Let me move this up. This spike up right there. That 162.13. Why? Why do I say that? Huge amount of people that got caught there. Okay, a lot of people went short there, believe it or not, and then I don't know if they took it back. We rallied up to this area, but really this is going to be a level of contention for people. So there we have the currencies for this day. I want to bid you all a really happy holiday, whatever you're celebrating. We're going into the holiday season, so things are going to be, a little thin. And remember, always enjoy the party, but dance near the door. And Merry Christmas to everybody. Healthy and happy New Year. I'll see you again for the New Year, before the New Year. But I want to bid you all a great hello. If you're traveling, hey, let's be safe out there. Cheers.